Hello, good morning, all of you. Welcome to all. Today, we are going to start with nucleophilic substitution reactions. Question arises, what are halogen derivatives of alkanes? Yes, when one or more hydrogens of the corresponding parent alkane are replaced by same number of halogens are called as halogen derivatives of alkanes. For example, this one is methane, CS3Cl methyl chloride, CS2Cl2 methylene dichloride, CSCl3 chloroform, CCl4 carbon tetrachloride. So this one is methyl bromide, common name IUPAC name bromomethane, ethyl iodide, iodoethane, because common name is written as alkyl halide, IUPAC name as haloalkane. Here it is a geminal dihalide, ethylene dichloride, 1,1-dichloroethane. It is vicinal dihalide, ethylene dichloride, 1,2-dichloroethane. This one is chloroform trichloromethane, iodoform triiodomethane, carbon tetrachloride, tetrachloromethane, and this is N-propyl chloride, 1-chloropropane. So these are some compounds, their common names, IUPAC name. For common name, you have to identify the alkyl group attached to the halogen. You write its nature, and after that, for halogen, you write as a halide. And for IUPAC name, you count the maximum number of the carbon atoms in chain. Give numbering from that end which is nearest to the halogen. You write a branching also, whatsoever it may be in the longest continuous chain. And after that, you write the name of the alkane. So these are some examples. This is secondary butyl iodide because iodine is attached to secondary carbon atom. This one is, even though it is a iso, here functional group is attached to CS2, that's why it is a primary alkyl halide. So these are some example, tertiary butyl bromide, 2-iodo-2-methyl propane. Similarly, this is neopentyl bromide. So what is neocarbon? When carbon which is connected to 4 different carbon, it is called as neocarbon. So this is 1,1-di, 1-bromo 2,2-dimethyl propane because longest continuous chain is of 3 carbons only. So these are the names of some alkyl halides. So what is carbocation? Yes, carbon having positive charge is called as carbocation. This halogen is more electronegative than carbon. That's why electron density going towards heterolytic cleavage gives Br minus and this carbon positive. So electron deficient carbon is called as carbonium ion. And this carbon is more electronegative than hydrogen. So this carbon bears negative character and hydrogen bears positive character. Carbon having rich electron density is called as carbanium. So these are some important things. What is energy profile diagram? Yes, it is a graph of potential energy versus rate of reaction. What is transition state? It is an unstable complex having maximum energy, momentary existence formed by union of reactants. It is not isolable. Energy of activation, amount of energy required to convert reactant into transition state is called as energy of activation. Difference between potential energy of the product and reactant is called as heat of reaction, which is also called as enthalpy change of reaction. In thermodynamics, we have learned it. In energy of activation also, we have learned in thermodynamics. Next question arises, what is substitution reaction? Substitution of one atom or group by another atom or group is called as substitution reaction. If this is a nucleophile, that is species which is electron rich, it is nucleophilic substitution. Rx, ROH with aqueous KOH. So Rx with sodium alkoxide gives or potassium alkoxide gives ROR ether. RX with cyanide gives nitriles, alkyl cyanide. With KSH suppose or NaSH, it gives RSH, thiols. With RSH, it gives RSR sulfides, and with ammonia, it gives amines. So this is how nucleophilic substitution reactions gives various functional groups can be prepared by these nucleophilic substitution reactions. Let us come to know what is SN1 reaction mechanism. Yes, it is a substitution nucleophilic unimolecular. Let us consider hydrolysis of tertiary butyl bromide with aqueous KOH to give tertiary butyl alcohol. This tertiary butyl bromide is also having name 2-bromo-2-methyl propane. So Br is substituted by OH. Correct. So let us you have to consider the example of tertiary alkyl halide because reactivity order is more for SN1 for tertiary. Rate of this reaction found to depend on concentration of only this reactant, which I have written like this, and that's why it is unimolecular. This one have came as a rate depends on concentration of tertiary butyl bromide. So this occurs in two-step mechanism. First step is heterolytic cleavage of CBr bond. This CBr bond going to break. This is transition state 1 in which this attractive force weaken and completely broken. Then you will getting tertiary butyl carbonium ion in the first step, which is a slow step, RDS, rate determining step. Now in second step, this OH minus is having probability of attacking from this side or this side, and that's why one can have formation of two products. One is with retention of configuration, another is inversion of configuration. What is the meaning of retention? So these groups on left side, if remains on same side, it is retention. And if this side changes, this 3-methyl group, see the sign. So this side changes, that's why it is a inversion. It was discovered by Walden, that's why Walden inversion of configuration. This is energy profile diagram of the SN1 reaction in which you are observing two transition states. In first transition state, there have weakened the attractive force between CBr. That's why it is shown by dotted line. And this delta positive, delta negative indicate that these are the partial charges, positive charge and negative charge. In second TS, what is happening? There is a new bond developed between OH and C. So this is delta positive, delta negative. And what is there in the carbocation? 3-methyl groups are attached to the carbon, central carbon. Correct. This is reactant energy level. This is products energy level. This gap is delta H. This gap between reactant and transition state energy level is delta E, energy of activation. So it is a two-step mechanism. First step is slow step. Second step is fast step. Carbocation stabilized by plus I effect of 3R group. Positive inductive effect of 3R group helps to stabilize this carbocation which is formed. And hence stability of products is more than reactant. It has found that during the course of this SN1 reaction, heat energy is liberated. That's why it is exothermic reaction. Next is SN2 reaction mechanism. Substitution nucleophilic bimolecular. This is the full form. You have to consider here while explaining hydrolysis of methyl bromide or ethyl bromide, primary alkyl halide. Let us consider the hydrolysis of methyl bromide with aqueous alkali to give methyl alcohol and Br minus. It has found that rate of this reaction depends on concentration of methyl bromide also and concentration of OH minus also. So as rate depends on concentration of both, it is bimolecular. It is a one-step mechanism. There is a backside attack of nucleophile, which is a slow or RDS, and this TS is formed. TS gets converted by first process, not step, into the product. Only one peak in transition state, therefore one step mechanism. Formation of TS is a slow step and formation of product is a fast process. Read this carefully. It is not a step, it is a process. Here also stability of products is more than reactant. It is an exothermic reaction. And this is the mechanism. I have drawn the three-dimensional structure for methyl bromide. One group is shown by dotted line, another by thick line, another by normal lines. In the dotted line indicate 3D structure stereochemistry has shown. This dotted line indicate that this group is going behind. This is coming towards you, and these are in the plane of the laptop or mobile or paper. This OH minus attack from the back side. Why this OH minus attacks from the back side? Because there is a repulsive force between Br lone pair and this OH minus. That's why. So you will getting this transition state in which I have written like this. This CBr and COH are equidistant to each other. This attractive force have reduced and this new attractive force has developed. So in transition state, there are 5 groups, this 3 hydrogen, carbon, OH and this. So other than carbon, there are 5 groups, including carbon, there is a 6 groups. And these 3 hydrogens are in the one plane and this OH and B are in the one plane. You will getting methyl alcohol, 100% inversion of configuration. Energy profile diagram for SN2, it is a one-step mechanism, that's why one transition state. And this is the transition state just we have learned. Again, this is delta E, energy of activation. This is delta H, enthalpy change, reactant energy, products energy. The difference between SN1 and SN2. If you go through, it is a one-step mechanism. This is one step, two-step mechanism. This SN2 is a one-step mechanism. It is unimolecular. This one is bimolecular. Rate depends on concentration of only one molecule of the substrate. Here it depends on concentration of substrate as well as concentration of aqueous alkali. Stereochemistry of the SN1. Product is obtained with racemization and verifying degree of inversion of configuration. But for SN2 always there is only inversion of configuration. Effect of substrate structure on rate of reaction. Tertiary substrate react by SN1 mechanism. Why? Because stabilization of carbonium ion and crowding at alpha beta carbon increases the rate of SN1 reaction. Primary substrate reacts by SN2 mechanism. Why? Because crowding at alpha and beta increases steric hindrance and hence decreases the rate of the SN2 reaction. What is the effect of solvent? Yes, polar protic solvent increases the rate of SN1, while polar aprotic solvent increases the rate of SN2. This is the main difference. What is the meaning of polar? There are delta positive and delta negative charges due to the electronegativity difference between them. And what is protic? Which gives H plus ion in the solution. What is aprotic? Which does not give H plus ion in the solution. Nature of nucleophile. So how should be the nucleophile here? Even if it is weak, all right, but here it must be strong, because by incoming of this nucleophile, Br will have to give. That's why it must be strong. Here weak nucleophile is preferred for SN1. Again, in SN1 intermediate is carbonium ion. Here no intermediate is obtained. Next is SNI mechanism, substitution nucleophilic internal. So in this reaction, this tertiary alkyl alcohol on reaction with SOCl2, this OH is substituted by Cl and Sa2HCl are the byproducts. Let us consider the example of 1-phenylethanol. This first carbon is attached to OH, that's why ethanol, 1, 2. Maximum number of the longest carbon atom in longest continuous chain are 2. But this first carbon is attached to phenyl ring, PH means phenyl ring, C6H5. So it is a 1-phenylethanol. Correct? I have shown the three-dimensional structure. Stereochemistry I have shown here. So what happens? This OH is substituted by Cl. Now what is the mechanism of this SNI? Yes. This 1-phenylethanol undergoes reaction with SOCl2 and gives this H and this Cl. OH of this 1-phenylethanol and this Cl take out as a minus SCl. So what happens? There is a OSOCl remaining. This O and from this SOCl is remaining. Now in slow on RDS, this bond going to break. You will getting carbocation. phenyl ethyl carbocation, name of this carbocation. Then this O is having negative charge, this is driving force, and Cl is given out, and SO2. Those Cl minus act as a nucleophile and it has obtained from SOCl2. So that's why it is nucleophile is generated from internal reagent, and that's why it is given name substitution nucleophilic internal. This attacks and gives product 1-chlorophenylethane. Stereochemistry of SN1 reaction. Now what is important in SN1? As there is a carbocation formation, this carbocation must be stabilized. It can be stabilized by inductive effect and hyperconjugation effect. More is the stability of carbocation, more is the chances of having SN1 reaction. Similarly, when there is racemization, that is retention inversion 50-50%. Yes, if your starting compound, that is alkyl halide, is optically active, with only optically active alkyl halide gives 100% racemization, actually means 50% retention and 50% inversion product. But if it is not optically active, then you will getting mostly inversion of configuration product. This is one of the example. This is 1-chlorophenylethane. On solvelysis gives 98% racemization, while this 1-cyclohexyl 1-chloroethane on solvelysis gives only 34% racemization. Question arises why this is so. These are the two compounds. This positive sign indicate dextrorotatory. This is the structure. For this exactly structure as drawn like this phenyl ring I have shown here. But why I have shown? Whenever this undergo substitution nucleophilic reaction, first of all this Cl bond gets broken and you will getting positive charge appear here on CH. Now if you observe this near to this positive charge is double bonded phenyl ring. Now what happens? This positively charged carbon gets stabilized by the double bond which is in conjugation with each other of the phenyl ring, and as resonance stabilization is there, it undergo 98% racemization. But here when carbocation is formed, adjacent is cyclohexyl group. See, there is no double bond in this ring. Here there are 3 double bonds because it is phenyl ring, it is cyclohexyl ring, and so no stabilization. That's why racemization occurs only to 34%. Is that clear? Stereochemistry of SN2 reaction. Now what happens in SN2? There is a backside attack of nucleophile and you will getting this transition state and ultimately 100% inversion of configuration. Let us consider this. S means sinister, 1-phenyl 2-propanol. S means sinister, left-handed, and R means rectus, right-handed. So it can be decided by priority rule, which is given by SIP rule, Kahn-Ingold-Brillag rule. Okay, what happens? This OH and this paratoluene sulfonyl chloride, PTS bolte isko. Paratoluene sulfonyl chloride, see this is benzene ring, methyl group, SO2Cl. This H and Cl given out and you will getting OSO2 benzene ring CS3 and these things as it is. Then it on reaction with sodium acetate, say this is CS3COONA. Undergo SN2 reaction and gives, see side changes. These groups which I have shown on the left hand side coming to the right hand side means SN1 have occurred. And it on hydrolysis gives OH. So see the difference. From S configuration, same compound, R configuration you have got. This is what is happening in SN2. So this is stereochemistry of SN2. What is stereochemistry? Exact arrangement of atoms in space or groups. Now factors affecting SN1, SN2. So first solvent, nature of solvent. First factor, nature of solvent. As polarity increases, SN1 increases. Why? Because carbocation is stabilized by this polar solvent. That's why. And that's why rate of solvelysis of 2-bromo-2-methylpropane is 3 into 10⁴ times faster in 50% aqueous ethanol than in 100% ethanol. Now what is the effect of solvent on SN2? Yes, So SN2 is favored by polar aprotic solvent, because if it is polar protic solvent like water, formic acid, methanol, ethanol, then it decreases the rate of SN2. But if it is a polar aprotic, what is polar? Delta positive, delta negative due to electronegativity difference. And what is aprotic? Does not use H plus ion in the solution. For example, dimethyl formamide, dimethyl sulfoxide. These are the examples of polar aprotic solvent. Correct? So polar aprotic increases the rate of SN2 while polar protic decreases the rate of SN2. This is one example in which methyl iodide on reaction with NaN3, sodium azide, at 0 degree Celsius gives methyl azide. This N3 group is called as azide, plus I minus is the leaving group. Now what happens? This N3 is acting as a weak nucleophile in methanol, while strong nucleophile in DMF or DMSO solvent. Now why this is so? What happens exactly? Yes, methanol is polar solvent, protic solvent. That's why this N3 minus is hydrogen bonded and acts as a weak nucleophile. While in DMF, DMSO, polar aprotic solvent, what happens? No hydrogen bonding. That's why this N3 minus act as a strong nucleophile, and that's why there is a difference in the rate of the reaction. Next factor which affects SN1 and SN2 is nature of structure of substrate. See, if you observe here structures, this is methyl bromide, ethyl bromide, isopropyl bromide, tertiary butyl bromide. So if you observe towards the rate of SN1, bulkierness increases, SN1 rate increases. Bulkierness of group increases, rate of SN1 increases. Bulkierness of group decreases, SN2 rate increases. Here SN2 increases in this file. Here SN1 increases in it. So see, more bulkier alkyl group, more is chances of SN1, and less bulky alkyl group, less is the chances of SN2. This is what to remember from this chart. The rate I have shown here, value for rate I have shown. So what about, so primary undergo reaction by say SN2 and tertiary by SN1. What about secondary? Yes, secondary may undergo by SN1 or SN2 depending upon the groups attached. Now next factor is crowding at alpha carbon, which affects rate of SN1, SN2. So here the carbon which is connected to halogen is called as alpha, and if there is crowding at alpha carbon, it prefers SN1, and if there is no crowding, it prefers SN2. Correct? Why? Because here in SN1 there is a formation of carbocation, and in SN2 there is no formation of carbocation. So same as written here. This is what I have told you. Now benzylic substrate. See, this is benzyl group. Benzene ring connected to CH2 is called as benzyl group. As it is connected to Cl, it is called as benzyl chloride. If it is undergo SN1, then what happens? Cl leaves and gives carbon positively charged, means benzyl carbocation. Even though it is a primary alkyl carbocation, it is expected that it should undergo SN2, but real fact is this benzyl chloride undergo substitution reaction by SN1. Question arises why? Yes, this is because this carbocation, even though it is a primary alkyl carbocation, it gets stabilized by resonance effect of this phenyl ring as shown here. More is the stabilization, more is the rate of the reaction. That's why benzyl chloride, even though it is an example of example of primary alkyl halide, it undergo SN1, not SN2. This is surprising. Crowding at beta. So more is the crowding at beta carbon, again more are the chances of SN1. And of course, crowding increases, rate of SN2 decreases. Already we have learned this factor. Next is this allyl chloride. See how is the allyl group? CH2 double bond, CH2 is a allyl group. This one is allyl group. When it is attached to chlorine, it is allyl chloride. Its IUPAC name is chloropropene. It is also example of primary alkyl halide because Cl is attached to CH2. Expected thing is that it should undergo SN2, but real fact is that it is undergoing SN1. Question arises why? Yes, after removal of this Cl, there comes positive charge on this carbon. That is carbocation is formed. Though it is a primary alkyl carbocation, it is stabilized by adjacent double bond. As stabilized by resonance effect, this is the symbol for resonance effect. So it undergo SN1. So what is the main thing? Allyl chloride. Though it is a primary alkyl halide, it undergo SN1 due to resonance effect. Now come to the next compound, vinylic substrate. Let us consider the example of vinyl chloride. So as it is a vinyl chloride, so Cl is attached to the sp2 hybridized carbon, that is double bonded carbon. So it neither undergoes SN1 nor SN2. Why? Yes, because it is not so easy to remove this group from the sp2 hybridized carbon atom because percentage of S character is more. This bond is more stronger, so more amount of energy is required to cleave this, and that's why vinyl chloride neither undergo SN1 nor undergo SN2. Next is bridge ring system. So this bridge ring system means what? These are the rings you are observing. This is CH2, CH2. All are CH2. Here only CH. Here also CH. And this is one CH. So here two CH and here one CH. So here there are three rings. This one, this two, and this three. Correct? Here also same thing. Now what is the main thing regarding bridge system? Yes. What about this SN1 or SN2? Yes, it neither undergo SN1 nor SN2. Why? When this Br goes, there comes a positive charge with this carbon or this carbon. So on joint there is a positive charge. This is unfavorable condition. If there is a positive charge on joint of the rings, it is unstable, unfavorable condition, and that's why both this compound neither undergo SN1 nor undergo SN2. This is the same description written here. Now, what is the meaning of nature of nucleophile? Yes, we have learned. Nucleophile means entering group. Entering group must be powerful in SN2. And means nucleophile should be powerful in SN2. Because after incoming of the nucleophile, leaving group given out. But in SN1, even weak nucleophile is allowed. Why? Because leaving group goes in the first step. Whenever nucleophile have not entered at that stage, it have gone, it has left. Next important point is what is nucleophilicity and basicity. See, these are the two main terms. Yes. What is nucleophilicity of reagent? Ability to donate electron pair to the carbon to form covalent bond is called as nucleophilicity. Ability to donate electron pair to carbon to form a covalent bond is called as nucleophilicity. And more the tendency of reagent, more is the nucleophilicity. What is basicity? Yes. Ability to donate electron pair to H plus ion. This is the main difference here. Nucleophile donates its lone pair of electron to carbon, and base donates its lone pair of electron to H plus ions. Correct? So this is the difference between nucleophilicity and basicity. Remember one important sentence. All the nucleophiles are bases, but all bases are not necessarily nucleophiles. This is again one of the important statement. So nucleophilicity involves donation of electron pair usually to carbon, whereas basicity involves donation of electron pair to H plus ion. Nucleophilicity is governed by kinetic factor, whereas basicity is governed by thermodynamic factor. Nucleophilicity is affected by steric factor, whereas basicity is not affected by steric factor. Means bulkier. A negatively charged species is more nucleophilic than neutral. For example, H2 is more nucleophilic or OH minus. So OH minus is more. correct? If the attacking atom is same, then nucleophilicity increases with basicity. If the attacking element along to the same period of the periodic table, then also nucleophilicity correlates to the with basicity. Next is what is ambident nucleophile. The nucleophile which can attack by two terminal. Now here it is cyanide. So cyanide carbon is also having negative character and this nitrogen also having negative character. And hence alkyl bromide RBr on reaction with cyanide, sodium cyanide, RC triple bond N. So here attack by this carbon. This carbon act as a nucleophile in this case. But same reaction with silver cyanide, nitrogen act as a nucleophile. And that's why your product is different. This is isocyanide, this is cyanide. See the attachment. So here in second case, nitrogen is nucleophile. In first case, carbon is nucleophile. That's why it is a, this is the difference. So cyanide is ambident nucleophile because both these are acting as a, can act as a negatively charged. Similarly, Na2 and AgNO2. NO2 is a nucleo, here wrongly written. NO2 must be there here. So NO2 means nitro group. So here also ONO, oxygen is attached to R group, and here nitrogen of the NO2 is attached to the R group. Correct. Next is nature of leaving group. SN2 mechanism, bond making and bond breaking process takes place simultaneously. And that's why what is important, nature of leaving group, yes, where should be the good leaving group? In SN1, because in SN1 leaving group given out away in the first step, so it should be good in SN1. In SN2, due to the incoming of powerful nucleophile, leaving group automatically goes away or will have to go. This is the main difference. Now what is the criteria to have a good leaving group? Yes, the bond between carbon and leaving group should be weak so that it can be broken easily. If the size of the leaving group is large, then bond length will be more and bond will be weak and it can be broken easily. If the electronegativity of the leaving group is less, then it is a less polar and weak bond, because more polar, more strong bond. The leaving group should be stable. Once the leaving group is departed, it should not recombine with the carbon of the substrate. So after leaving, that the group which leaves should be stable after leaving. The electron withdrawing groups, that is groups having minus I and minus R effect, increases the stability of leaving group. These are the examples here. So here ROH alcohol. So Br cannot substitute this R because OH is not a good leaving group and Br is not a powerful entering group. Br is not a powerful entering group, means nucleophile. And OH is not a good leaving group, so not possible. But same can be done like this. You start with alcohol, you treat it with acidic medium. This oxygen due to lone pair, it pick up the H plus of acid and becomes trivalent. So it bears positive charge. And then here Br attacks and this water is given out. So here ROH, RBr conversion cannot be done directly like this, but it can be done like this. Next is alcohol on reaction with tosyl chloride. See the structure of tosyl. This is benzene ring, methyl group. This is toluene. It is attached to SOCl, tosyl chloride. So HNCl eliminates as HCl and you will getting alkyl tosylate here. Correct. Here also it is a good leaving group. So this is what is there. N-propyl bromide with CN is a high. Rate of reaction of N-propyl bromide with cyanide is high in DMF than in methanol. Again same reason. Methanol is polar protic solvent and here DMF is a polar aprotic solvent. That's why the difference in the rate is due to solvent nature. So we have learned the effect of solvent on the rate of the SN1 and SN2. Thank you.